The world's balance of power is shifting, and Australia is at the center of this transformation. Once a predictable Western ally, Australia is now quietly redefining its global role. On December 10, 2025, Canberra's economic decisions are sending shockwaves worldwide. This isn't just about trade, it's about a nation recalibrating its place in a multipolar world. For decades, Australia's fortunes were tied to the US and the West, its security anchored by alliances like ANZUS. But now Australia is looking east, forging deeper ties with China, its largest trading partner. This pivot is a calculated response to the rise of new economic giants and shifting global power. Australia's resource exports, iron ore, coal, once paid for in US dollars, are now at the heart of this change. The old system is being challenged, and Australia is adapting out of both necessity and opportunity. The implications are profound. Is Australia drifting from its traditional partners, or simply hedging its bets? Middle powers like Australia are charting their own course, making the world stage more complex and unpredictable. The sun isn't setting on the old order, but a new dawn is breaking. Australia's choices will echo far beyond its shores. The US dollar has long ruled global trade, but that dominance is now under threat. Australia has taken a bold step, agreeing to settle major resource trades with China directly in yuan. Fortescue Metals Group, a top iron ore exporter, now accepts yuan for a significant share of its shipments. Billions in trade are bypassing the dollar, reducing costs and insulating Australia from US financial turbulence. This isn't just practical, it's geopolitical. Trading in yuan gives Australia more independence and shields it from potential US sanctions or disputes. Each deal in yuan chips away at the dollar's supremacy and advances China's goal of internationalizing its currency. For Australia, it's a pragmatic move that aligns financial practices with trade realities, even if it unsettles old allies. The world is watching as economic interests begin to outweigh historical allegiances. The shift won't dethrone the dollar overnight, but it's a significant crack in its armor. Australia's pivot is a sign of a new, more fragmented global financial order. The rules of trade are being rewritten. BRICS, now BRICS Plus, has grown into a powerful bloc challenging the Western-led order. With new members like Saudi Arabia and the UAE, BRICS Plus controls vast resources and economic clout. The idea of Australia joining would have been unthinkable, but now, whispers in Canberra and Beijing suggest otherwise. For Australia, joining BRICS Plus could secure long-term demand for its resources and a seat at the table shaping global growth. But it's not just a trade deal. BRICS Plus has a political agenda, a multipolar world less dependent on the US. Membership would mean balancing economic rewards with the risk of straining ties to traditional allies. Australia faces a choice: help shape the new rules from inside, or be subject to them from outside. This isn't about abandoning the West, but about securing a future as power shifts eastward. The very discussion shows how much the world has changed. The path Australia chooses will define its role in the 21st century. The stakes couldn't be higher. Australia's pivot has rattled Washington, London, and Brussels. Once a steadfast ally, Australia is now making deals in yuan and considering BRICS Plus, leaving Western capitals anxious. The move challenges the assumption that alliances are unbreakable. With China and other powers rising, Australia is no longer solely dependent on the West. If Australia can shift for economic reasons, who might be next? The consequences are real. Closer ties with BRICS Plus could strain security pacts like AUKUS. Australia's foreign policy now walks a tightrope between security interests and economic imperatives. The post-Cold War era of American dominance is over. A more fluid, transactional world is emerging. Australia's gamble could secure its prosperity, or leave it isolated between rival powers. The world is watching, as Australia's journey offers a lesson for all. In this new era, even old friends must adapt or be left behind. The future is uncertain, but Australia is determined to shape its own destiny.